Hey, so I got submitted more than one game from Boom and Mithras, so we're going to go ahead and jump into their second one with a review and feedback like we have been doing for quite some time in StarCraft. Obviously, it's interesting to see what games come out, how they play the games out, and all that kind of stuff. We're going to go ahead and jump into StarCraft as the game begins. We have Mithras in red again, and Boom in our lovely blue here again, against a Protoss with, I'm not even going to try and enunciate that name, Coat, I think probably is a good choice, and a Zerg Adrian, aka we're looking at Adrian from Rocky, for those of you that don't know the reference. I don't know what this is. What is this build? A gas before pool at 14 supply? Huh? That's... what? Maybe a roach play? No, extractor trick. Okay. I guess they're gonna get gas. They're gonna have enough gas as soon as it finishes to do it. Yeah. Wow. Okay. And then they get their lings into production. Yo, queen here shortly. Go ahead, give us a queen. Where's our queen, baby? Get the queen. You need the lava. All right. Other side of the map. Remember, Boom and Mithras were the ones that submitted. They're both going to have gas and lings available to defend with queens. This is going to completely shut down what Adrian is doing. The only thing that you have to worry about here is just how much damage they do in between, making sure that this base does not go down. If this base does not go down for both players, then this build is totally useless. It's a waste. You've basically thrown away your entire early game. You're going to be way behind. It's really tough. Ooh, banlings. Yuck. But that's, I mean, this is exactly what you want to do. Ooh, seize the banlings. We'll slow it down because banlings are always fun. All right, 2 banlings down takes out, I think that was 6 lings. Or lost, sorry. Yes, quite a few lings. Ooh, banling right in the mineral line. I like the mineral line walk, where there was no banlings that were able to get there. They did some damage to the drones. Knocking down to 13 workers is really, really ugly for 15 workers, excuse me. Really, really ugly for Mithras. Boom, on the other hand, is helping him out as best he can. Also growing his economy, making sure that he's protected, doing what he can to inject. He's on top of it, getting a supply block at one of the worst times you possibly can. This is very scary, but all you have to do is hold this. If you hold this attack, this next attack, I should say, sorry. This is, ooh, those banlings were not efficient at all. That was really, really rough. So they got 4 workers and a spine crawler. And then it looks like he's just going to continue to pound with this. The queen can kill those from a distance. Oof. Workers, no. A banling will kill all of those. This is why I don't like Zerg vs. Zerg. This is like literally the reason I don't main Zerg. It's because I can't do this very well. It's really not fun to me. I'd rather play siege games and all that kind of stuff. I like having a banling and then them hitting it with a banling, which then made it so it was low health, and then they canceled it with the adept attack. 8 kills on the adept so far. Mithras taking the army away. Boom, getting a 3rd base real quick. Mithras resaturating his main to full capacity, getting his own banlings. Looks like this attack has failed. The opponent is on how many workers? 18. That is not where you want to be. The purple player, the Protoss, is doing voids, but they have 39 workers. So they have basically 2 base saturation. They're a little shy of that. But considering the fact that you've been putting in all of this pressure, and both of these players are basically, they've been hurt, but they're not game over in any way, shape, or form. Versus how much they were on the other side of the map with pressure. They're just... I think that Mithras will be perfectly fine, and I think that Boom is just powered ahead. They need to do a little bit of attention seeking, seeing exactly what their opponent's doing. Send just 1 or 2 lanes around the edge, see what's up. They do have overlords, though, so those overlords kind of are giving them some information, but not all the information they need. A little bit better than last time. Because it is a ZVZ situation, spreading creep isn't nearly as important as against a Terran and or a Protoss. It is useful because it gives you a lot of information on what's going on, but it also accelerates your opponent, which means that you have to be really, really, really on top of your defenses and handling what's going on. Boom, Mithras putting together a really strong wall here. Spine crawler, so they have only one hex, a queen nearby. The Evo chamber, which is the cheapest armored thing you can build, and filling in that gap there to make it so the banelings don't run by. Overlord going down because we have voids. They have now shown themselves. Like, fortunately, they're not going to be able to get anything done because they have cannons. Really good SimCity can have things get lost and stuck in this little space here, just to be aware of. How many lings? Ooh, Baneling for a ling. Always a good trade if you're the ling side. Players are powering up. It looks like we got Hydra play, and it looks like a continued ling Bane play from Mithras. Mithras is going for his third. Boom is still on his third. Hasn't fully saturated yet, but is getting that Hydra den to make sure that they have coverage for that air. Bane count way down, thanks to a few lings that have run by. Mithras waddling along with his banelings, trying to get all the way over here, trying to give his opponent a nice little surprise. Sees what's going on. Banelings versus banelings kills off all of the army for our teal player. Mithras and this teal player is building a wall. This is really cute wall, actually. It takes 5 lings to kill a queen if you have a full contact. If you don't, oh my god. Are they going to come over here and get it? Yeah, they are. A Colossus, too. Sees the whole army. I'll probably cancel those, honestly. Doesn't even get 1. Really expensive for not much, relatively speaking. Lings running away. Mithras and Boom continue to power up, grow, and become more ferocious. I'm surprised we don't have a layer and a spire coming for Mithras yet. He is a little oversaturated here. I could fix that, make a little bit of money, a little faster. But basically he's going lings right now, with Banes occasionally split in. Grabs his 4th base. Boom is still on a 3rd, not even fully saturated there. Oversaturated in the main. Does get all the gas that he needs, shy of 1 worker in here. Gotta check yourself, make sure you check your economy, super important. Slow banelings, not the play, especially against air and roaches. And roaches are your teammates. I'm sorry. But a roach versus roach kills off the hatchery with a cancel. Not a kill, cancel. Gun over here looks like we can go kill some queens. Got 1, got 2. I'm gonna do a nice little fight, kill some workers while they're hanging out. This is really, really good. Reducing your worker count for roaches, which roaches are great until a certain point in the game. But once they hit that certain threshold, they lose their value very, very rapidly. Not enough workers, I think, for that. But also they didn't get this spine crawler that has 14 kills. That means they've been putting a lot of pressure over here and not able to clean it up. That's just, wow, a lot of stuff. Regardless, game looks pretty smooth. We got 4th bases going down, or established for our Zerg, for the Boom Mithras team, while the other players are still in their naturals or just getting their 3rds established. This was supposed to be a 4th, I believe. Yep. 1, 2, 3. This will be number 4, but kills it. Run away! Nice value doing his patented burrow, but he has obs, so obs are very, very powerful at preventing that from happening. Mithras has not quite gotten to the point of transitioning yet. I would imagine layers coming soon. Yep, there it is. Almost already up. I'm a little bit behind on paying attention to the build order. That's why I have it there, so you guys can make fun of me when I do that stuff. And then, of course, Hydras versus Colossus, not the play, but it is something that will happen. Other side of the map, we have big run-by coming by. Finally kills that spine crawler. Comes in, tries to get this queen. Queen goes down, grabbing a couple of roaches, gets nice little surrounds off. It's going to kill a lot of these for, like, gas intensive units or gas. Heavy is actually not a bad idea of saying it, but gas units, gas usage. Some Lings get all the way back here. Hilarious. Does a great job of getting a bunch of these workers, getting them back down to 3 here. Chrono Boost needs to be used a little bit more often for our Protoss player. A lot of energy on those next eye. Alright, so let's go ahead and start talking about things that went well and did not. The defense at the very beginning, both Mithras and Boom did a wonderful job. I really like what they did. They really executed that really well. They're doing a pretty good job of containing their opponents, keeping them on their feet, reducing the worker counts. Like, this is oversaturated by a ton, right? Because they can't establish this base because, well, Lings keep coming in. This base is still not up for our Zerg opponent for Boom and Mithras. And Adrian is kind of stuck on 2 bases as Zerg. Zerg, you want to be at least 1 base ahead of your opponent, unless you are another Zerg, which you should be on the count. More or less is the goal. The exception is if you're doing some kind of all-in, some kind of counterplay, like if you're doing like 2 base muta, you don't need to be on 3 bases when your opponent's on 3 bases, that kind of thing. But if you're playing like Roaches versus Roach Hydra, or Roach Hydra versus anything, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're on the same tech, same concepts, same units, you don't want to be on the same number of bases. You want to be, or you want to be on the same number of bases or ahead. And they just keep pushing purple or blue back. Like, they're just shutting him down. 2-on-1, that's going to be really rough. But on the other side of the map, we have, you know, complete control going on killing off all of Teal's everything. Teal is going to be poor, going to suck. This is literally their last hurrah, with the exception of if there is purple can do a lot, but you're going to have to be very aggressive. Ooh. This disruptor just got 4 kills. That was really powerful. But this attack is really big and really scary. Change your rallies, guys. Like, you want to F2 your army as soon as it comes out, or re-rally. I like re-rallying personally, because then I can get more than just 1 Hydra out or whatever at a time doing the thing. Other side of the map, Lings completely destroying the Zerg player. They are almost dead. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings, no workers, and then gutting all of the Protoss. So this is literally the last of the army. They have 5 carriers, 4 disruptors, 2 adepts, 7 Ravengers. Yep. Looks like maybe 3 roaches. I think that's it. That's all they have left. So this is against an army where they have... they're literally coming in, they're killing off all of the bases for purple, all the bases for teal, killing a lot of workers, getting a lot of work done. It's going to be so close, not quite. 99, but this army is coming in. It's going to make it happen, Cap. Oof. Duh. Workers go down? No, decided to go after the adepts. Still gets some of those workers? Yes! Nice. And then, of course, Mithras has been doing so much damage on the other side of the map. He's going to have to come back and try and support this. I don't know how they're going to kill a Corruptors. It's like, I don't know how they're going to kill his carriers. It's kind of scary. Injects or group up all your queens. Make sure it's happening. The reason that you group up your queens is so that you can fight a carrier, or you can chain inject things like the Corruptors, and that way you're able to kill your opponent. I love it. He's coming in and saying, I'm going to just pee on you. Whee! Teal is trying to reestablish with a single hatchery. Does have 18 health on that hatch. We got a hidden hatchery way over here for Mithras. Good call on that. Looks like we're doing a base trade between Zerg. Oh, God, that stinks. Doesn't have enough for another hatch. Got a lot of workers, though. His teammates got to give him some money. Doesn't do it because they're so busy. But this is rough, right? Like, you're in a situation where we're base trading and stuff. Burrows all these drones. They don't know they're over here. They think that's it. There are some observers, unfortunately, so that little cute little play is not going to be sufficient. Corruptors coming back. Lings coming back. We're going to have the Corruptors go after these carriers. If these carriers go down, this game is over. Carriers transition, start to target down Corruptors, but, oh my God, Just don't lose them to the biles from the Ravagers, and this game is won. It's easy peasy after that. All those carriers down. Colossi, 50 kills, 25 kills. Hero units, absolutely trying. Bunch of Hydras and stuff coming up. Hydra, Adrian has left the game, and Purple has left the game. What a wonderful series of games we had between, for both of our Zerg players here, Mithras and Boom. I do play with Mithras occasionally. His normal MO is random, but his main race, if I remember correctly, is Protoss. Boom loves to switch between Zerg and Protoss. He's not a huge Terran fan. Rightfully so, he does 2-on-1, and that's about his build's expertise. Alright, things that went really, really well beyond just that defense was the decision-making around counterplay for the Zerg players over here, Mithras and Boom. Things they could have improved upon. Oh, man. Spending their money. Just make sure you spend your money, guys. And then getting that tech up sooner, right? Mithras was on Ling Bane forever. Slow Ling Bane. Forever. Had he gotten that layer up, gotten that sky stuff taken care of, built some mutas or something to destroy those voids, this game would have been very different. It wouldn't have turned into a base trade. Base trades means that somebody's made a mistake, or it's a super ultra close game and both players are making mistakes. Regardless, I really do like that was a really fun game. Base trades are always fun to see who comes out on top. You never know. I like Mithras' decision to hide a hatchery way out here. Teal placing their hatch right between their bases versus hiding it like way out here. That was a big mistake in my opinion. Or way out here for that matter. But I mean, it ended up working out for Mithras and Boom. GG's, of course. Gosh, this is such a smart play. Making sure this doesn't get denied is so important. And then speed. Can't let that queen get surrounded. Gotta be really, really careful about that. I do like the attempt to build a spine crawler, but the queen was in the way doing its thing. Or there was a cancel in it. Also killing overlords with, idle units, doing what have you. Great stuff. But thank you all again for watching. I know that one was a little bit quicker, but I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. Hope to see you back.